Are the Broncos legitimate playoff contenders with a 5-game winning streak? And Zay, if you want to kick us off, the mic is yours. Then Cuzzo.
It's tough because everyone in the AFC is just like they're not playing good at the same time. It's like kind of weird. I mean, I think the Broncos have been highlighted because of their 5-game winning streak. Their ability to really move the chains. And Russell Wilson has been playing solid this year. No one has been told that he's playing really good this year. He's commanding an offense that didn't look good at all to start the season, 1-5. So the last 5 games have been looking really good. The defense has been upholding their end, playing intense defense, and Sean Payne looks like he has gotten the command of the locker room. Before it looked like it was a Sean Payne way or no way, and we're seeing now being able to adjust within everybody and allowing Russell Wilson to play the game that he's good at playing at, but also having Russell Wilson understand the certain components to winning these games. So I think right now you can make the argument that the Broncos are a legitimate playoff contender right now. They're the hottest team in the NFL. You can make the argument. They're 5 damn games. I mean, outside the Eagles, but they're like the hottest team in the NFL right now. And I think that's something that needs to be mentioned more. This is a team that can make a lot of noise in the playoffs if they continue this streak of just playing gritty defense, moving the chains, scoring points. That's all it is. We were talking about old school football. The Broncos are showing that old school grit. Defense mainly, move the chains, get points. Rather it's 3 or 7, whatever it is, we're getting points on the board. Our defense got to get these stops, and we're going to do it again. And that's what the Broncos are showing.
Listen, man, I believe it. I believe in them that they are can play a threat. I think they're a threat, and I'm gonna go deeper than that. I think they're a legitimate threat to the upper entourage of the AFC. Talking to Baltimore's or the Kansas Cities or the Miami Dolphins, they're a threat to them. And I'm gonna tell you, and that's yes, the Miami Dolphins will put up 70 points on them. They're a threat because Sean Payton have championship pedigree. Russell Wilson have championship pedigree. They was putting it together early in the season, and it didn't look good. It looked like mud. Okay, now we starting to see concrete bricks. They are shaping this thing out. They have a formula, like you said, Zay, of winning. Sean Payton have got command of that locker room. They on a 5-game winning streak. They beat some really good teams in this winning streak. And I'm telling you, I don't see them going back to. I'm not saying they're going to win the rest of their games, but I don't see them tailing off. I see them continue to extend, and I think they're going to be a major threat in the playoff. They're going to be a nice little nugget in the playoffs that Kansas City, Baltimore, and Miami do not want to see.
Yeah, I'm just going to go where they all playoff contenders because they're going to make the playoffs. I think they will. But I don't see them going very far. I'm not going to go the extra mile like Cuzzo and think that they are a legitimate threat. I think when comparing apples to apples, right, when you take a team like Buffalo, who they own the tiebreaker, I think clearly Buffalo is a much better team. They just didn't play better than them that night, and they won the game. So obviously, if it comes down to a tiebreaker, then the Broncos will get in. Buffalo will be missing out, and that's the important element of winning your head-to-heads because it's going to come to play when it's all said and done. But I think Buffalo is clearly a better team. If they were able to get in, then they will be a bigger threat to those teams that you mentioned, not Denver. I think for me, the difference here is, right, and I don't want to leave this topic without giving credit too, because I think credit is deserved. When you give up 73 points and you win 5 straight games after losing, multiple games, you do have to get credit. And I think the credit lies defensively with Vance Joseph, right? Because think about it, right? When you give up 73, right? Obviously, your defense you're not going to win the game. And I think for me, what they're doing defensively is that they're generating takeaways. So now here's the difference, okay? Because now Sean Payton is able to properly work with Russell Wilson and break him down to bring him back up. Because when you're giving up, 73 points, 300 plus air yards to the Washington Commanders, 500 yards of offense to the daggone Bears, 389 yards of offense to the Jets. These guys don't even got proper quarterbacks like that. But yet you're giving them all those yards. Russ is now forced to keep up in the track meet. Okay, now he's forced to keep up. And that's not the Russ that we want to see right now. What we want to see is game manager Russ. And he's doing that. He's showing that. Why? Because the defense is holding up their end of the bargain. You can only be a game manager if your defense is out here making plays, right? Otherwise, you will be exposed of being a bad quarterback and incompetent quarterback when your defense not doing what they got to do. But when your defense doing what they got to do, now you could be the game manager. And that's what Russell Wilson is. He's no longer, the elite quarterback. He's a game manager who could use his experience and ability to scramble, improvise, and do certain things that game managers don't do, but still within the confines of being a game manager to help win games. And that's why they are winning 5 straight games. One more point. Credit to Sean Payton. He's still a very good coach. That's another element too. Because they played the Browns. The Browns had the #1 passing defense in the league, but they're vulnerable against the run. I believe they're middle of the pack, like 9 or 10 against the run. And they ran the ball about almost 30 times, right? I don't have the exact number. Yes, I do. 39 attempts for 169 yards. They said, you know what? All right, you good against the pass. We ain't going to pass. We're going to run the ball. And then Russell Wilson had his best game as far as being a runner, where he had 11 rushes for 34 yards. That's coaching. That's all-around team effort. Credit to Vance Joseph. Credit to Sean Payton. Credit to Russell Wilson. Credit to the football team. That's why they won 5 straight.
Please like and subscribe for all the up-to-date content. You've been slinging shows left and right, slinging content left and right. Please don't miss anything. If you do, like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a question, something you may want to answer, something you may have. All ideas are great ideas. Nothing's a dumb question.